No, they always have staph infection. I'll take the top ones. But that is very accurate.
Yeah.
Right?
Nurses?
Disgusting.
Are we rolling?
Overpaid. Overpaid animals, all of them. Them and teachers.
We gotta be careful what we say about nurses.
Why? They're overpaid. I just said that.
Oh, teachers?
Oh, teachers? Completely overpaid.
Overpaid?
Like, I mean, AI could do their job. Am I right?
I mean, okay.
I'm not including that because my wife will burn the place down.
Oh, we can't leave it that?
Give them a golden apple. That'll shut them up.
All right. Well, let's start over.
Whatever, let's do it again.
Let's fucking do the whole thing over again. All right. Take two.
Yeah, we'll just
rolling?
No, roll it. Just let it happen.
Is your sound working?
It is. I was told it was.
Okay. So nice Bears hat.
Thank you very much. I'm here to support, a shitty team that's on their way up. We're getting there.
Luther Burden III. Okay. I've got a bone to pick with you.
Pick it up.
I think of you as a friend, but I kind of want to lightly excoriate you.
Don't use big words I can't pronounce.
So a couple weeks ago, you and I were supposed to do a pod.
We were.
You didn't show up.
Nope.
And you're like, oh, I've got rickets or something.
You insensitive son of a bitch. It was shingles.
You had shingles?
Shingles from root to the tutor, top to bottom.
Good Lord.
I know, right?
Wait.
You can wait.
Shingles.
Shingles.
So that means you had chickenpox.
Well, I had chickenpox twice as a young lad.
Oh, you had it twice?
Oh, yeah. Good
times. I didn't think that was possible.
No one did. I'm a medical anomaly.
Did you really have it twice?
I don't know. I don't think so. I had it once really good.
I was going to say, because now I understand why you got the rickets. Or no, the shingles.
The shingles, yes.
Wait,
yes.
What are rickets?
Rickets?
Yeah.
For the most part, it's a blood disease that attacks the nervous system and also works its way around to the rectum and loosens things. So everything. I have no fucking clue what rickets are. I made all that up on the fly. I could look it up. I've got Google. One second. Keep talking about rickets.
Okay, so but here's the important thing: is that you did not have rickets. You had shingles.
Shingles, yes, on my titties, on my arm, up in my eye again, and on my head. So I had that shit everywhere. That's, by the way, second time I've had shingles, and that is a true statement. I know it's hard to follow me.
Okay, just give it to me straight, damn it.
What do you want?
Did you had chickenpox once?
One time as a child.
And shingles twice.
Twix, yes, twice.
Okay.
Yes.
So is it painful?
It's fucking miserable, and I don't mind using the F word when I talk about shingles. People are always like, "Oh, F cancer." Oh yeah, yeah. You ever had shingles on your titties? That's miserable. I had it like all across here, like under my armpits. It was down my arm. I had it in my eye again. Second time that it's been in my eye.
Okay.
Terrifying.
You ever seen Game of Thrones when they talk about the grayscale? Is it like that? Like, were you like a walking? Like,
no, I wasn't covered in stone, you moron. No, it was it's like a viral infection or something like that, and like it just started like actually it started in my eye. I was coming back from Chicago 2 weeks ago, and like on the way back, I was like, man, I know that feeling. Like I could feel it in my eye, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get shingles again, is what I thought, and that's the first thing I went to, and like by the time I got home that night. I had this crazy bad headache, and I went to like put ice on the back of my head, and I felt like something, and I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. So like when I woke up Monday, it was over. I was miserable, man. You just lay there.
It starts. You're driving. You feel it in your eye. Does it start to creep into different areas? It creeps in different areas of your body.
Yeah. So like when I woke up Monday, I saw like I had it on my chest, and like I had a couple spots on my arms, and I was like, yeah, I know what that is. So I kind of knew what I was gonna wake up to.
All right.
And yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say pictures or it didn't happen.
I have pictures.
You do?
Oh yeah, you want to see them?
Only the PG stuff. The last time you showed me pictures, it was quite graphic.
That was my hog. Yeah, you gazed into Sauron's eye, my man.
Okay.
Yep, that just happened. Lord of the Rings.
I will tell you. I think I'm gonna as a friend, kind of excuse you from that last pod. I was a little upset about it. So on the schedule, it's got Frankie and the Klitz is every other week, and then I've got somebody coming in and whatever, and you're alive. You're feeling good.
I'm here.
Do you have any more rickets or shingles left?
You son of you insensitive man. No, I think I'm good to go. Like I still got a couple spots, but they're drying up. Yeah, man, it was everywhere.
Do you know there's lots of different ways to cure shingles, but one of the ways is to go to the place before 8 open. You know 8 Open, the restaurant on the corner, right here, Caddy Corner from us?
Yeah, great place.
Is it Kitty Corner or Caddy Corner?
It's neither, you pervert. It's across the street. That's all I say.
So before 8 opened, and let's discount the scoreboard for a second.
If you want to.
Okay. So put 8 Open and the scoreboard aside. Who's got the best hamburger in Quincy? Because I'm just going to go ahead and, it's kind of a tough one.
But hold on. So but you're just asking me to compare those two. You're not asking for the best burger in town.
I'm asking for the best burger in town because.
Well, okay, hold on. There are subcategories of that question. Are we talking smash burgers? Are we talking every style of burger?
Let's just say burger.
Just a burger.
Burger. Because here's why. Some people say the smash burger is the relatively, and some would say it's a relatively new form of burger, and I totally push back against that and say that is not true. I'm going to go ahead and say that smash burgers have been around for a very long time, but now like places like In-N-Out, all the really neat, fun burger chains down in the South, the Southwest, the Pacific Northwest, when I go to all of these places, Big Burger, Strong Burger, Captain Burger, In-N-Out Burgers, all of these places that are selling burgers, they all claim to be some relative of the smash burger. But I would also say that when you take, like Steak and Shake, to me, feels like the original smash burger, where they're taking it, they're smashing it down on a flat iron grill. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do you like Steak and Shake?
No.
Okay.
I'll
Do you like
tell
Culver's?
why. No. Culver's possibly, no, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to put it out there. Culver's has the best fast food burger you can get your hands on, in my opinion.
100%.
In my opinion.
100%.
Sorry for the sniffles. I got the pollen and whatnot. There's that new place in town. I think it's French. Hardays. You've been there?
No, where's that?
Like 33rd and Broadway.
Hard A's? Is this a joke? Oh,
Jesus Christ!
It's like
Did you
when
see that, Bob? That took a country mile.
that was a good one.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Gosh,
No one
dang
should
it, you
laugh
did
at
the
that.
Bart Simpson thing.
Yeah, right.
You did the Bart Simpson thing. Where,
Refrigerator running. So rickets apparently is a condition that softens your bones in children. It usually happens in children who don't get enough love from their parents, and they're not religious. Wait. Nope, vitamin D. I read it
No,
wrong.
you definitely had rickets then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, apparently if you get that, your bones turn to chalk. So I'm glad I just had shingles, I guess.
Well, good.
Yeah, right?
Well, what I was going to say was I think the general consensus out in the medical world is if you can't get good medicine for shingles, then you have to eat
Fentanyl
or the best smash
PCP.
burger.
Oh, smash burger, yes.
Burgers.
I thought you were going to say PCP.
No, I'm just saying burgers. Burgers. Josh, listen,
scoreboard.
man.
That's my answer.
Scoreboard?
Right now, scoreboard. As
Scoreboard
of right now.
has
Now
the best
things
burger.
change. I think right now scoreboard's got the best burger.
Okay.
Is my opinion. Now, mind you, give me 2 weeks, I might go somewhere, it blows me away. I'm not saying I've had a bad
Now,
burger
before
or
Jimmy
anything, but-
bought the scoreboard, so I love the scoreboard's burger.
Mm-hmm.
And before Jimmy bought the scoreboard, I also loved scoreboard's burgers. As a matter of fact, when I first moved to Quincy, back in the late 80s, I would hear things like, oh, do you want to go to where Quincy has the best burger? And I go, yeah. And we went to the scoreboard. And that was like a long time ago, back when the Sky Ride was open. You could get catfish sandwiches at the Sky Ride. Were you around for that? Or is that before your time?
I remember the sign. I don't remember ever going there. Like, no memory of ever going there. Okay. I remember when Cutters took it over and blah, blah, blah. But, hell, that was 15, 16 years ago.
Well, that was the Sky Ride.
So long ago.
The Sky Ride, I don't know when it closed, but it closed a couple of years after I moved to Quincy. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go out on a limb. And if David Adam or Bob Goff were here, I'd ask them because they would know off the top of their head. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Sky Ride closed in 92 or 93. That's my final answer. Anyway, do you like fast food?
I used to. I don't like really any of it anymore. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me anymore. Like as a kid, of course, you love that stuff because they cater to the marketing is meant for that demographic. And I know why they do it. They want to plant that seed early. So as you grow up and you have kids, it's that revolving door of business and generational money keeps coming in. And yeah, I get it. I get what they're doing.
Do you ever eat fast food?
I haven't had it in quite some time. I no, that's not true. That's not true. I do like the that French joint, that Harday's. I like their biscuits in the morning. That bacon, egg, and cheese is a pretty good motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's delicious for a morning treat.
It still reminds me of the Bart Simpson thing when he would say, gets on the phone and calls over to Moe's.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, "Is there a Seymour out there? A Seymour Butts? Hey, has anybody Seymour Butts?"
Poor Mo. I mean, what a simpleton. All he wanted to do was run a tiny tavern.
I mean,
You got this?
yeah, but you and Mo have a lot in common. You're both funny. You both have a pretty cool bar.
Raging alcoholics, apparently.
But yeah, so you're gonna go out there and do that?
Yeah, real quick. Keep going.
I'm just gonna do a monologue
Go.
while you're out there. But on a serious note, since you're way out there and I can't see you anymore, because you just disappeared under the table.
Yeah.
Do you remember in Quincy when we had 3 McDonald's? You remember that, right?
Say it again.
The 3 McDonald's in Quincy?
McDonald's.
We have 3?
Yeah.
Oh, we still have 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we went down to 2.
No, hell no.
Do I need to get you some Claritin or some Zyrtec or something?
I've taken it all. I don't know what to do for it, man. I'm eating Claritins. I'm taking, all this stuff that's supposed to dry you up. It's not working.
No.
I live out in the
it's
country,
not.
man. Like, literally, my whole one side of the house is like, oh shit, I need this, is windows. And when you wake up in the morning, it's just pollen over the windows. Like, there's nothing I could do out there.
I'm still stuck on this thing. Yeah, there are 3 McDonald's in Quincy.
Yeah, I know, it's
Why
ridiculous.
in the hell?
Remember, but we had 3 Sonics in this town, like 10, 15 years ago, something like that. I'm terrible with dates.
What?
Yeah, 3 Sonics. Like where the Casey's was on like Main Street, and I forget where the hell the other 2 were.
So why do you, okay, so for all the people who, I don't want to say bad things about people who are in entrepreneurial situations running businesses and then crapping on their product. I don't want to do that. But come on, why have 3 McDonald's? That's a lot. Do you think there's anybody in Quincy pining for a 4th? You never know. I mean, the people who shop at Walmart, I'm guessing they would prefer 4 McDonald's.
Jesus Christ, you just attack the Walmart goers like
That
they
was
walk in wheezing, just, and when I leave here, it's time for fries. Like, you think that's what they do?
Well, I think Walmart is a very important thing. I mean, they've mastered the
You
art
are
of
backing
supply
up
chain.
and you're tripping all over your own dick. There's no way you are trying to get out of this, what you just said. It's
Well-
recorded in the ether, my man.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave Adams, this man here just referred Walmart goers to slovenly people that just, drag their feet to get to McDonald's before they lose it.
Can I tell you, what percentage of people who go to Walmart on a weekly basis also stop in at McDonald's 50% of the time?
I mean, your numbers are flawed, but I do appreciate how you're just willy-nilly throwing them out there as if you've done some form of research.
No, I
You're
asked the
pulling
question.
the same shit I do. I, mean,
I asked the
that's-
question.
You did ask the question.
I'm not stating statistics. I'm asking the question of what is the answer to this?
There is, well, you know what?
You're gonna look it up.
I bet if I Googled, I'm not,
The problem with Googling it is you'll find the truth.
the bullshit. I mean, come on. We all know this is nonsense. Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
we had a celebrity death. We
Yeah.
forgot to cover it.
I think we should.
I mean, I don't want to dive deep because it's ridiculous. There's nothing we know.
You want to talk about the celebrity death?
I mean, this is what we do. It's kind of a new segment that we've done it now once, maybe twice. I can't remember, but
Okay. Let's do it.
the Pope died.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Did you see that? Died skydiving. 3rd Pope in a row to die skydiving.
Right.
You believe that?
I mean,
Who's letting these popes skydive, Bob Goff? It's got to stop. That's 3 in a row.
well, it's almost like God wanted it to happen in terms of the parachute doesn't open, the wrong markings. Have you ever seen the Vatican's parachutes?
I mean,
Upside down crosses?
there is no parachute. They just jump out and, oh, God will save me. And that's it. And then it's like, oh, shit.
So for all the Catholics listening,
Sorry.
I mean no disrespect, and neither does the Klitz.
I don't.
But
Sorry.
you probably do mean disrespect. But I'm gonna. Can I
don't-
say
that's
something?
That's a crazy thing to say out loud.
Can I say something nice about the Holy Father?
Go. What do I got to do?
So, do you know about the massive? Well, there's some controversy there's a little bit of controversy over whether or not he was a good pope or a bad pope.
Oh no, what are we gonna do?
I don't know.
I mean, what makes a bad pope?
Well, I don't want to hear what you say makes a bad pope, because that's R-rated stuff. But I will tell you one thing.
You know what that is?
I don't know, but I don't think Pope Francis did stuff like that.
What do you mean?
Well,
What do you mean you don't think? You have no clue what this man was into.
I said I don't think.
He could have loved just throwing rocks at kids and just going home, and that was his day.
No, I don't think he was one of those kinds
He
of
used
popes.
to wash like prisoners' feet. So someone told me that, like at one of the things they do where they all get together, that he was washing feet and whatnot. What the hell's that about, man?
This is I'll tell you, the very first pope,
Pope Reagan, Pope Ron.
Ron Paul.
Pope Ron the First.
Ron Paul. The very first pope used to be a part of the very first person who got famous for washing feet. Do you know why that kind of stuff happened? So back in the desert, let me give you some background, Klitz.
Jesus Christ.
You're in the desert. You're walking around from town to town. One day you're
Blowing
in
camels.
One day you're in Cana. Another day you're in Capernaum, or whatever the names of these, Bethlehem, Jerusalem, Nazareth. You're walking and you get really, really dirty feet.
Yeah.
And one of the nicest things you can do for somebody is wash their feet. So the Pope is in the tradition of doing something. It's not very hygienic. It's kind of a gross thing to do. For example, you wouldn't do it.
Wash
You're
a
not
foot?
going to wash anybody's feet.
No.
You're not going to take care of anybody.
No.
What you do is
I'm an animal.
you
I
do
don't do
it
that.
to show reverence and respect for somebody. And that's what the Pope did. I think the Pope did some good stuff.
This water is assuming yet ticklish.
I do want to say something nice about the Pope, though, if you don't mind. If it doesn't go against your sensibilities.
Go ahead, Paul.
The Pope, the nicest thing, it's he's the only person in the entire world that stood up, got elected, and took on one of the hardest jobs in the world. I would not want that job. The burden and the weight of the priesthood is far too heavy for a guy like me.
Why did the Pope stop using emails?
Why?
He didn't want to get caught in the net of temptation.
Oh, you got another one for me?
I mean, I'll tell it. I hate all of them, but I told the Pope my favorite game was Monopoly. He said I have a holy board. I don't know what the hell that means.
Those are terrible.
You told me to Google it, and it would tell me the truth. What I've learned here is, hold on. People get upset when the Pope jokes. I guess they believe it's irreverent to laugh it up. I don't know what that means.
Oh, man.
These are the worst fucking jokes
No,
I've ever seen in my life about the Pope.
You really don't need to read any more of those.
Should we stop?
Yeah, we should.
Are we done with the celebrity death?
We're done.
We probably should have moved past it.
Have there been any more celebrity deaths
No.
that you know of?
I mean, I don't think so. No one called me. Usually I get a call from Mr. Hollywood. Nothing. I think we're good. We started this off anyway talking about my poor shingles, and I guess you have to be 50 to get the shingles vaccination. I got like 3 more years to go now, so
I don't think that's true.
that's true. I have, trust me, I've looked into it.
sure?
After you get this nonsense 2 times, you try to find any means to make sure it doesn't happen again.
You have to be 50?
Yeah, it's a CDC FDA thing. Unless I go to my doctor and get some kind of like I forget what it's called, like I don't know, celiac or some shit like that. I think it's a wheat disease. I'm not sure. I forget what it is. I have to go get a medical referral from my doc to say I can get it before I'm 50.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not going to do that.
Wait, no, that's the rickets vaccine.
Oh shit! I'm not talking about rickets.
No, you got to go to the shingles vaccine. You
Listen,
get the,
listen. Stop. What I'm doing here is using my fingers to type into a keyboard and get you the answers that you're inquiring about.
I want to know.
Wait, I'm typing up look.
So I'm willing to bet you right now,
Yep, how much?
before you get to Google,
How much?
$5 that you can get
Make it 100.
100?
Make it 100.
Damn it. All right, fine.
Oh, you shouldn't be fucking done.
Hold on. I haven't even made the bet yet. The
Oh,
bet.
that's true. I should wait until the
Hold on.
The bet's
Let's hear
out
what the
before I
bet is,
throw a
okay?
hundo out.
I'm willing to bet that if you're 40 years old, you can get the shingles vaccine. If you're 40.
Easiest $100 I ever made in my life.
All right, $100. I really don't want to lose this.
You're gonna lose it.
I'm gonna be really
Damn
pissed
fool.
if I lose this.
Here you go.
All right, so
I don't know how you want me
where are
to
we at here?
read this out. This one says here,
Did you write
Josh-
how old do you have to be?
Josh just won $100 from Rachel Maddow.
That's where you at?
Here we go.
So as you're
Sorry
looking
for
that
the
up,
sniffling, everybody.
I just have to tell you,
Yeah.
my mother, about once every 2 weeks,
Look at that. Look at
she
that.
tries to get
Isn't
me.
that something? There was a Pope at when I had that.
She tries to get me to go get the shingles.
Boom!
Yeah. Starting at 50 years old, shingles risk sharply increases. Yeah.
Hold on. Keep going.
I think you can go and get the shingles vaccine before you're 50. That's what I'm.
You're going to make me show you more facts, aren't
We're
you?
going to have to pull this up after the pod, Josh.
Oh, fuck that. Keep going. You're doing great. Shingles vaccine before your old ass is 50. All right. So what this is telling us right here. Oh my God, the first word is herpes. God, did I have herpes?
That should not surprise you.
It really shouldn't, the way that I run around all wild and... Let's see here. Yeah, right there. See?
Okay, wait. It recommends 2 doses. Yeah, I know.
Keep reading. Keep reading.
I know. But the bet was you can get it.
If I have a doctor's like note thingamajigger.
No, I'm just saying the bet was, are you allowed? Can I go? I'm 48. I bet I could go to my doctor and get the shingles vaccine.
Right now.
I'm almost positive that my 32-year-old
sorry.
cousin just got the shingles vaccine from
He had to get the thing from his doctor.
That's
What's
fine.
it called?
That's
I mean,
fine.
I can get it. I can't just go there willy-nilly, show up, and be like, yo,
No, you said you can't get it until you're 50.
without a doctor's thing. I forget what it's called.
Wait,
It's
you're
like
you're adding prepositional phrases.
Don't. I've seen your handwriting. There's no way you know English rule. I'm not doing this. What are we doing? This is ridiculous. No one gives a shit about this.
Yeah, let
Stop
it go.
Let it go. There's $100 on the line, my man.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
All right, on to the show. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just looking at all your notes here.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
Well, some of that, some of this is whacked up. We had mentioned fast food in society and how interesting it is that, like, back in the day, it was more of a treat to go to. You know what I mean? Now it's almost the norm, and that's what drives me the most crazy about the fast food. That and the fact that, like, all these companies are trying to, push out that they're using fresh beef. Okay, the word beef is a crazy vague word. Like, yes, a cow is beef. So is his dick, is a noose, vulva, all that nonsense is part of the beef. So what I want to know from this
but we're not talking about Made Right.
big burger.
We're talking about beef.
Don't you besmirch Made Right.
Hey, man, you don't know what's in there.
I do know what's in there, and I'm not going to say it. I've been sworn to secrecy.
Well, let me tell you a little secret about Made Right.
Yeah.
Do you know why Made Right is in the Blessing Hospital parking lot? Because it's the fountain of youth. And that's why you go in there, and people used to think that all the Blessing Hospital patients, go there to die.
Shane?
But that's not even what they're doing anymore. So what happens is when you're
So gross, I'm so sorry.
When you're in the hospital and you think you're going to die, you know what they do? They send you to Made Right. If you go to Made Right right now,
Yeah.
there are almost everybody in there is 100 years old. Go in there. You're not going to see any young people at Made Right. There are no kids eating at Made Right. They're all either people who are trying to live, they're battling some type of illness, and the beef hearts and the beef vulva bring them back to life. You don't need chemotherapy when you have Made Right. I'm telling you, when was the last time you've been to Made Right?
It's been a spell. It's been a little bit.
They've got
Are
some
you
of the-
referring to the patrons or the workers? The workers remind me of like those old cartoons where it was like a bunch of skeletons like turning like a cauldron or some shit like that. Like they tip those poor people. Who decided that
tipping.
we can't tip these people?
Made Right.
Well, that's bullshit.
Made Right is like the
I leave
top.
a 50 every time I leave.
Listen, dude, I'm telling you, Made Right is part of the Illuminati.
Don't.
Do you know what you have to do in order to work at Made Right? First of all, you have to wear a white T-shirt.
You got to throw chicken bones in all the corners of the room. I know that.
Chicken bones or beef bones?
No, it's chicken bones. I'm a voodoo guy. You know that.
Okay, yeah, I do know that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Common knowledge.
No, so do you know what the requirements are? If you want to work at Made Right,
Shingles vaccine. Got to have it over 50.
you have to have a shingles vaccine.
You got to be over 50.
You have to wear a white T-shirt,
Got to wear a white T-shirt with stains. You can't have a crisp one.
and you may not have biceps. No biceps.
Just
You can't have biceps.
Just a bunch of bingo wings flapping around.
Go in there.
Right? You know what a bingo wing is?
No, what is it?
So a bingo wing is like when an old lady goes to like bingo and she throws up that arm and yells bingo, and when she does this to show, like the arm just flaps back and forth. It's called the bingo wing.
You got to have that if you work at Maid-Rite.
You have to have a bingo wing.
That and the shingles vaccine. And what happens is they're producing modern medicine.
You shave your bush.
Not anymore.
What'd you do with it?
It's it's over here. I'm telling you, man, Maid-Rite is the fountain of youth. If you are sick,
This might be our last show.
or you have a hangover,
Oh, I don't use it for hangovers.
you should.
I don't. I use
Why not?
bread for hangovers.
Why?
It just seems to work for me.
You don't like go for the greasy fast food?
I don't. So give me a loaf of bread with some Kerrygold butter on it. Happy as a pig and shit. Love it.
Really?
Love it. Yeah.
No, So you know what the trick is to like eat that bread that same night before you go to bed, to soak up all that booze, to soak up all that stuff. That would be a
You know something I haven't
kind of a
done?
proactive way to.
Like I've never used Uber Eats or a delivery system or any of that. I refuse. I got this young lad at work. The other day he got McDonald's. We're back on that subject. He ordered like a biscuits and gravy, I think, and like a hash thingy, the whatever. It was like $14. And I said, well, how much would it have cost had you driven the 8 blocks to there? He said, like 6. I don't understand today's youth.
I can explain it.
Hit me with it, because it makes me irate.
When you live in a nice neighborhood, the chances of you ordering DoorDash goes down to 0. If you live in a neighborhood where like there's like shootings and whatever, that's where all the DoorDash people thrive. The Uber Eats. Listen, do you know why you don't order Uber Eats? Do you know why? Because you're into wealth creation, Klitz. We know where you work.
No, we don't.
We know where you work, your day job. We know what you're doing in Hooligans.
I
You're
feel
running a
threatened,
business.
and I'm ready to fist fight you right now.
You're running a business.
How great would that be, Bob? Just an all-out goddamn fist fight.
Oh, yeah, he'd be for
He'd be
it.
upset, right?
He'd be upset. He'd
but
be upset.
He'd love it.
And he'd be for
Oh
it.
my God, that click whore.
Yeah, he'd be
Bob
like,
just
this
his
is
shirt
bad.
off, just twisting nipples, keep fighting, he'd say. Oh, now he's doing it. You disgusting
But the
creature.
DoorDash,
It's crazy. Never used it.
DoorDash is something you do. That's something you order. And Uber Eats and DoorDash is something you use when you have no money.
It makes 0 sense to me. What
People
you're
who
saying.
have money don't use Uber Eats and DoorDash.
I disagree with that.
I'm telling you, I know people who work for both of those, and they don't ever go into the nice neighborhoods.
So what are you telling me that
listen to
wealthy
me.
people do?
They sure as hell don't waste their money on DoorDash.
Porterhouse, pull the car around. We're going to Harday's, that new French restaurant. Is that what you're saying that they do?
I'm saying, if you let me finish,
I will not. You know what I do.
if you let me finish, people of means do not use Uber Eats and DoorDash. Only people who don't have a pot to piss in use DoorDash and Uber Eats. I'm gonna go out, yeah, bring it. Bring the hate mail. Bring it, baby. I'm speaking truth. So check this out. I know 2 people in Quincy who work for DoorDash.
What are their names, first and last?
Not gonna say. They deliver to the north side mostly,
Jesus Christ, man.
and Cafftown, and like the worst places in Cafftown.
You know, I expect this type of rhetoric from like me. Like to have you sit across here right now and attempt to sit in my chair is almost upsetting, but I'm so proud of you right now.
So-
like for once, I'm not going to walk through Hy-Vee and I'm not going to get eye shamed by somebody. It's you this time. This is wonderful.
No, listen. Ever since you called me and told me that you're not gonna hang out and do the pod,
Oh, for Christ's
because you
sake.
got the shingles, that's when I took the gloves off. I'm like, no, all right, fine. I'll do Frankie and the Klitz with me and the Klitz. I'll be both people doing it. It's
Couldn't
fine.
fit these size 13 feet. Couldn't
But-
fit in these boots.
That's true.
They're huge feet.
You know what they say about guys with big feet, right?
Huge socks.
Huge socks. But what is your favorite? You know, you and I eventually, we were trying to talk about this fast food thing because this is something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. Is just generally the subject of food, the subject of good food.
Yeah.
The culinary arts, fast food. I've got a really hard question that if you can't answer, it's okay.
Ask away.
But it's a difficult question. Is Qdoba Fast food.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I went to Qdoba. I don't know how long ago. What doesn't matter. Chicken, beans, cheese. That's all I got. You know what I mean? That's
What
it.
do you mean?
That was what I got in my barquita.
That's it?
That was it. That bitch was like $16.
You didn't put any queso on it?
No, it's a mess. I drive a lot for work, and so I like to eat things when I'm driving that I can easily throw out the window one-handed. Corn dogs, burritos, chicken legs. These are all things that I try to gear myself towards while on the road so I can just shuck that shit right out the window and be done with it. You know, if you ever left food in your car overnight and you get back in the next day and you smell it and you're like, I shouldn't have eaten that when it was fresh, and now I smell it while it's decaying, and now I hate it even more.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's some like mind-body connection when it's decaying in front of you, but also decaying inside your colon. So you know, it's so nasty. It's such a disgusting thing. Can I ask you, do you ever reach back and eat the food from yesterday that's in your car?
That's a fat joke, Frankie, and one thing I appreciate about it is how you used it against me. I should have saw it coming. I did see it coming. I'm very smart. But yes, I have, of course. Everyone saw that McDonald's fry that hasn't changed shape, color, or like consistency in, say, 4 to 5 years. And the human mind's a curious little fella. And sure, everyone chews on those for a spell, and then you realize that that's how people get trichinosis. So I stopped doing it at least 2-3 weeks ago. I quit. So
it was in the Bible about the trichinosis and the McDonald's French fry. No, that was pork.
No.
That was thou shalt not eat pork. Hey, so when you are eating a McDonald's French fry, well, when was the last time that you ate a McDonald's French fry?
I don't know, a few months ago, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so in my household, that's currency for the children. McDonald's French fries, and this is not a joke. Like McDonald's French fries act as currency in my household. Do you know how much a large McDonald's French fry costs now?
I have no clue. $2, $3?
Over $4.
Oh, is that accurate?
I promise you, if you go to any of our 6 McDonald's in Quincy,
We have 12. You know that.
there's way too many McDonald's in Quincy.
Hold on.
$4.
This was actually one of the tabs I had open was the price from like when we were kids to now, the difference. Like here, look, boom. See, look at this. You tell me I'm never prepared. Shove it up your ass. Look at this. This is not answering your question though, but we were talking about pricing. So like right here, and a quarter pounder with cheese in 1970 was 70 cents. A Big Mac was 60 cents. A Filet-O-Fish was 65. French fries 26 cents. For a French fry in 1970. Now, I'm so sorry, everybody, for my sniffles. I apologize. So now let's get to this. This is, here we go. Okay, so if you were to get holy shit. That is the cost of a KFC meal? What is this? I have done no preparation, Frank. Everything you've said is valid about me.
Well,
Right here, $93 for a large French fry. It's right there. I'm sorry, $4.05.
what does it really say?
$4.05.
Okay.
Is that not right? 4.05?
Yep, and then
you
with
were right.
tax?
I mean, tax is roughly, what, 23% right now?
Yeah. Oh, the gateway tax?
The gateway tax.
That you have to pay the toll to move through the gateway tax to use the money that you just got taxed on?
What happened to Kentucky Fried Chicken?
They're still around.
I used to love them.
Can I tell you one thing that they changed? They refuse to talk to themselves in the third person about Kentucky and/or fried and/or chicken. They don't even call themselves Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know what they call themselves?
I mean, I assume KFC, right?
KFC.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's called, right?
Well, it is now.
What do you mean it is now? It's always been KFC.
No, that used to be the acronym for what it stood for, but now the actual name of the restaurant is KFC. They don't put Kentucky or fried or chicken anywhere in the name anymore.
Not for nothing, but Harlan Sanders was the founder.
Is it Harlan?
Harland. Oh, no, Rick.
I know him.
Rick Sanders.
I knew him as the Colonel.
That's what you called him? You were on a first name basis. It's formal. I get it. No, it makes sense. You respect the rank, not the person. Mm-hmm. You know how much of a sociopath you have to be to give yourself the
Rank of Colonel.
rank of colonel, just because they're like, oh, fried chicken. How good? Better than a lieutenant. I'm a colonel of fried chicken.
I tell you a true story. I hired a new person at our company last week.
Oh, tell me more.
Listen.
See what I'm doing? Look at me.
I see what you're doing. I can't look you in the eye.
I did it. And I did it.
I can't
We're
do
done.
it.
We're both done.
but in the corner of the office is a tribute to my grandfather, Walter J. Giesing, and it is the state of Kentucky bestowed upon him a certificate of Kentucky colonelship. My grandfather was a Kentucky colonel.
For the longest time, I wanted to own a English Mastiff, and I wanted to name him Colonel McBacon Strip. And I wanted to put him in a fancy little, like, military jacket with the stripes to make him a colonel. Mm-hmm. But then I realized that that's the stupidest damn thing I've ever said out loud, and I didn't do it.
When I say...
Do you have dogs?
Do I have dogs?
Yeah.
No.
What's wrong with you?
Well, I've had dogs, but I got to tell you this. I got to test your knowledge.
Go on. Very smart.
On fast food burgers.
I used to read penthouse letters in Mandarin.
Well, we'll talk about that and how everything I learned about sex I learned from the Playboy Advisor in 8th grade.
It was written by a dude.
It was written by a dude. Well, obviously, right?
Hobo!
So, so if I say flame broiled, if I say flame broiled, Freudian slip, what burger joint in Quincy, fast food joint, big chain? If I say flame broiled, who is that?
No, they did a good job with their marketing. That is the BK, which in my mind is the lowest form of fast food. I will not eat at Burger King.
Beneath Sonic?
Oof. Yes. It is
beneath Sonic.
It's dog shit. It is the single wide trailer of fast food.
What Sonic is?
No, Burger King.
No, well, it's definitely not white trailer.
White trailer?
No. Wait, did you say white trailer?
White trailer.
No, BK is not white trailer. Sonic is white trailer. Listen,
do we
BK?
have a retainer with like a lawyer?
Listen, man, get your demographic straight, bro.
Listen, said white
BK.
Trash. Oh shit! I said
white
it
trash.
I gotta stop speaking.
BK's demographic is not that at all.
What is it?
I think it's. I can't even say it.
No, you cannot.
You can't say it.
Fucking idiot.
You can't say it. You can't say it. But it's not. It's not white trailer. It's something else.
Dave Adams, favorite fast food?
Don't eat it.
Burger King, he said. Everyone, if you couldn't hear him offline, he said Burger King.
David Adam would not be caught dead eating fast food or Burger King.
Oh, bullshit. What do you mean you don't eat it? Ever?
Very rarely.
Okay, you see what happens when you pry a little bit. Okay, never turns to very rarely.
And like only on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Like he just showed up to wait. I'm here to work, you sons of bitches. Like leave me alone. Let me do my shit.
Do you think a man like David Adam? Hey,
What's
do
that?
you think a man like David Adam wants to be drug into the Frankie and the Klitz pod? No, he does not. It is not like it doesn't.
He wouldn't twirl for me earlier.
He doesn't want to be drugged.
Got an ass like a house cat, and he just still never twirls for me. He'll do it one day.
He's gonna punch you in the face when this pod is over.
That's
He's gonna
what I
punch
need
you
when I'm choking myself. Anyway, back to if we're talking about KFC, what do you think a KFC, say in 1970, say a regular dinner box with 3 pieces of chicken, coleslaw, mashed potatoes, gravy, and a hot roll, what do you think that cost in 1970?
$1.17.
It's $1.35.
Oh.
$1.35, right? So not crazy. What do you think that costs today? Give me a number.
$9.25.
$8.49 for the same meal.
Okay.
And I feel like the chickens, back when the colonel was doing the service of the military, was using, I don't want to say like chickens without heads. I feel like he was using headed chickens. Like they all had all their body parts. They were roaming free. They weren't mechanically made. And today, have you ever been to a chicken farm?
No, but I've seen pictures.
Only 3% can read. That's
Only
the same as the
3%?
Alabama schools right now.
Only 3% of chickens
Can read.
I believe that.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Trump's getting
Does that seem high?
That's the reason why we're getting rid of the Department of Education.
Well, it was ran by Linda McMahon, right?
I mean, whatever.
I mean-
we're getting rid of that thing. Get rid of it. 3% of chickens can read?
what
Listen,
it
man,
says.
it's right there.
Oh wait, no, that says 3 pieces of chicken. I can't read.
Okay, well, another reason. You're a failed product of the public school system.
No, you're
Get
not
rid
wrong
of the
there.
Department of Education.
No, I can't. Again, teachers overpaid.
You said, okay, don't.
That's the second time.
Don't say that.
Well, Dave Adams gave me a thumbs up. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate that.
no,
I have his support.
No, David Adam did not do that for our listeners. David Adam is trying to turn his desk backwards and upside down, so we will
Can't
stop
lift
bringing
that.
in.
I will pay you I'll pay you the $100 that Frankie owes me to tip your desk over right now like a Monopoly board.
So if you say flame broiled,
That's just that's the BK.
You get BK.
Yeah.
If you say char grilled hamburgers.
Ooh, I don't know.
No, I'm sorry, not char grilled. Old fashioned hamburgers. What's that?
I
Red
have no
hair,
clue.
pigtails.
Wendy's?
Yeah.
Oh, bullshit. It's not old fashioned.
It says old fashioned.
That does not say old fashioned.
100%. You want to lose another $100, Klitz?
Listen, you and I
You're going
have
to lose your ass.
I will fist fight you on camera. Here's the thing with that. Dave.
Dave.
Dave
from Wendy's.
Yeah, who put his child out there for everyone to see, which is weird. I thought he didn't cut corners. Didn't he have the square?
The square
burgers?
patties, yeah.
That's not an old-fashioned burger. He was the
know.
first one to do a square. So
saying-
why would he say those words and then produce a square burger?
I'm just saying.
With a round bun, by the way. What an asshole.
I agree, but it says old fashioned.
Does it?
So, yeah.
Right now. I'm looking it up.
If you want to make the bet about whether or not Wendy's ever used the tagline old-fashioned hamburgers, I'm 100% going to win that bet.
This is one of the toys that used to come in McDonald's. In McDonald's Happy Meals. It's called the Tickle Feather, if you're out there. Do yourself a favor if you're watching this and just Google rare McDonald's toys. It is and it looks like a butt plug that says a Tickle Feather on it. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
With ribbed for your pleasure.
Yeah, it does. It kind of looks like that.
That's an odd thing to throw in a Happy Meal. It's
a little weird.
They threw Gillette razors in Happy Meals back in the day. Like, this is back when there was just, like, guys in boardrooms smoking, just slapping chicks on asses, breaking every rule in the book, no HR, smoking, daytime gentleman scotch right down the gullet. And they're like, you know what? I can get $1 million from Gillette. How you gonna do that? We're gonna throw them in kids' Happy Meals, razors. And that's what they did.
It really bothers me, the level of quality of the Happy Meals from McDonald's with the
It's dog shit.
with the toys. So when was the last time you bought a Happy Meal from McDonald's?
My kids were tiny. I mean, at least 12 years, 13 years.
It's been about 3 months for me.
What'd you get them? You always go nugget? Is that what you do?
No, so there's a big fight in the back of my car. I'll say, hey kids, you get a Happy Meal once a year. You guys all want to play with the toys before you eat your food. So here's what we're going to do. I want everybody to choose if you want nuggets or a burger. I need you to choose between fries and apple slices.
Yeah.
And I want you to choose between water or chocolate milk. Because I don't let them do the apple juice.
Your kids are going to kill you in your sleep if you don't let them get the chocolate milk.
I think my kids are going to come out on top in the top 1% because
Oh my God.
of the way that I systemize and create systems for McDonald's Happy Meals.
Please buy Frankie's new book, Unreasonable Confidence, coming out in softback very soon. Please.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We won't know until they're 25.
Is that when the trust kicks in?
No, that's when you can figure out if you did a good job as a parent or not by the time the kids are
If you don't know by now, you have absolutely failed yourself and those children.
Listen, I will tell you.
Your kids are going to be outside just choking alley cats to feel something. Dad never loved me. No chocolate milk.
Yeah, no chocolate milk or water.
Oh, I thought you said you only gave them the option of water.
Or chocolate milk.
Yeah, I got to start listening more, huh?
But the thing is sometimes they'll say, Dad, can I just have regular white milk? But they call it vanilla milk.
My kids call it honky milk.
And they would be correct.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, have you ever heard of the allegation that if you feed your kids too much milk, it's kind of a white supremacist thing to do? This is dead serious. Google that.
All right.
Google that.
I'm not happy about
Google
it.
white supremacy and which. By the way, I'm against it.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to
it.
put that shit in my computer. What the hell does white milk have to do with white supremacy, my man?
What does it have to do with like
brown cows don't come out?
What about making your kids do homework? That's also a white supremacy thing.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Look at Google it, man.
I'm not going to Google that.
Listen. If you're going to talk about
I'm looking for a new podcast partner. Anyone out there in TV land? Dave, what are you doing in 2 weeks? Eating McDonald's?
Dave doesn't want anything to do with you.
No, he actually has an order protection against me. How I'm allowed 1,500 feet within this room right now is amazing. The other thing that blew my mind was like back in the day, you didn't have the option. And like I do appreciate what Ray Kroc did. Like Ray Kroc, he literally destroyed lives to create his empire. Like stepped on anyone, family, friends, business partners. And I don't care how you slice it. If you're going to be successful in big business, when you're talking massive corporations, Fortune 500, I don't think there is room for emotion or self. You know, you have to be willing to literally step on the faces of everyone to get where your goal is. And I think that is messed up. I do think that. But you almost have to respect his drive for what his vision was so much greater than the original McDonald's. As much as I disagree with Ray Kroc's methods, I do respect what it took to get there.
Do you know what his number one rule was for opening up a new McDonald's?
No.
He only wanted to know where the real estate was going to be. He
Well, yeah.
only cared.
Genius.
So he wouldn't ask questions like, oh, you know, should we make the burger smaller, bigger, the fries bigger, smaller, tastier, if we should use beef tallow? He goes, I want to know, before you guys do anything, I want to know the location. Essentially what Ray Kroc did was
He didn't want to know. He's told them where the location was, didn't he?
he cared more about the real estate location than he did about anything else.
Well, not at first. Not at first. Quality control was his biggest, issue into making sure it was successful. And then when he found this lawyer buddy, I actually read a book on Ray Kroc. I wish I didn't say that out loud. But he found this lawyer that was like, no, dude, you're doing it all wrong. You're not in the burger business. You're in the real estate business. And like the guy, that was genius. I'll give it that. And it was a lawyer. And you got to go to lawyers. You know, you got a doctor. Good for you. You did right. But lawyers, that's where it's at.
Well, yeah, if you want to win. If you want to win, man, like choose the right person that you can win.
You do realize this is more than likely, like we're going to get a letter from Bob, right?
We're going to get fired. This is our last podcast.
That's awesome. Honestly,
We're
you
gonna
guys
get
are
fired.
watching the sinking of the
They're
Titanic
going to have a
before we know
They're going to have a talk with us. After this pod's over,
Yeah.
which is about 5 minutes.
Are we going that long already?
Yeah. Oh yeah. David, Adam, and Bob are going to sit us down and
Yeah.
say, "So here's the deal.
Stop saying my name.
You guys very much overstepped the boundaries." And then you're going to say, "No. It's comedy."
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, "No, like Klitz means everything that he says." And
Yeah.
you're going to punch me. You're like, "Shut up!
Yeah,
Stop!
stop,
We're trying to
Frank."
save this thing. Quit it, Murphy." I'd be like, "Oh, okay."
You know you can have women doctors now? Isn't that crazy?
No, you can't.
When did that start?
Women doctors?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I know. I thought the same thing. Yeah, I was appalled, upset. There's one named like Rachel something, and I was like, that's a weird name for a man. They're like, no, that's a woman doctor. And I'm like, oh my God. Actually, she was my eye doctor that helped me get the shingles out of my eyes. So thank you for all you did, Rachel. Appreciate it. Good shit.
So, in preparation for the next pod,
Yep.
I am happy to report that we tackled everything on the list. We wanted to talk about the Pope.
We literally tackled hardly anything on the list.
We had fast food, Pope, and rickets.
You son of a bitch. I mean, to this day, I'm going to be that masked man with a balaclava on just smacking your kneecap out. And I know you coach and whatnot like that. I get it. But yeah.
So for the next pod, are you going to come up with some new kind of bullshit reason why you can't show up?
I mean, God willing, as they say.
Okay.
I mean,
after the pod, I'm going to look at your pictures.
You should.
I'm not going to look at the ones that you sent me from 3 weeks ago, but that other stuff. But I'll look at the ones like the legit ones that don't make me cringe.
Have you ever sent a dick pic?
Huh?
Have you ever sent a dick pic?
No.
You've never sent one?
You mean like on Snapchat?
No. I don't have any of that. I'm just talking like a gentleman, SMS, data, right to someone else.
Okay. One time.
There we go.
One time. I was
great.
tempted to, and then thought otherwise.
Because Bob Goff said stop.
No.
Sending me those.
Oh no. No, it's because I thought to myself, if I send this pic out, everybody is gonna know what it looks like.
Why in God's name would everyone know? Who are you sending it to?
Because, dude, did you see what happened to Blake
Gail
Lively?
King?
Did you see what happened to Blake Lively? Did you
No.
see? Yeah, all her nudes got leaked. After that, I was like,
Oh my God,
man.
that's terrible. Where do you see that at?
Don't look up
Don't
Blake
look up
Lively,
that.
and
Jesus Christ.
don't take the safe
Honestly,
search
she doesn't do it
off.
for me. That face is wrecked.
What are you talking about?
Gross.
Blake Lively?
Yeah, I don't like her.
Well, I mean, she's a horrible person.
She's an Episcopalian, right?
She's a godless woman.
Wasp.
No, her and Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Reynolds, you know what? Ryan Reynolds and her will be divorced in 3 years. That terrible thing she pulled with that director from that movie, It Ends With Us. Do you know anything?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry I brought her up.
Yeah.
Forget her. How about Jennifer Lawrence? Did Jennifer Lawrence do it for you?
Which one's she?
She's the really hot one from the Hunger Games.
I've never seen Hunger Games.
Have you ever seen, Jesus, have you ever watched any movies?
Yeah, I watch movies, yeah.
Okay, well, Jennifer Lawrence is in them. What are we going to do in 2 weeks?
Yeah,
2 weeks.
yeah.
We're meeting back up in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about?
I'm not going to say now. And I'm not going to say now because I have no fucking idea what we're going to talk about.
Listen, I'm going to go coach some girl soccer.
All right.
Hey, no handshakes. We're doing these. See ya.
Give me that ball. Touch it. Touch it.
Oh, it's gross.
Oh, wet.
See ya.
Animal.